As a top tourist destination, San Diego boasts a warm year-round climate, 50 miles of sun-kissed coastline, and world-famous attractions. San Diego is renowned as the home of the burrito, the birthplace of skateboarding, and the origin of Jack in the Box, which debuted as a drive-through hamburger stand in 1951. San Diego is formally recognized as California's oldest city and the birthplace of California. It ranks as the second largest city in California and the 8th largest city in the USA. San Diego County leads the nation in avocado production. Furthermore, Jason Mraz, the Grammy Award singer-songwriter, owns an organic farm near Oceanside in San Diego's North Coast region, specializing in avocados and coffee production.
I turn off my phone and I get down low. I put my hands in the dirt.
Hello and welcome back. And if you're new here, we are happy to have you join us. We are Michael and Grace of California Travel Videos. We are visiting the heart of Old Town San Diego to see what it's like today, as well as to see some of yesterday and the story of those who settled here. We will look at the heritage homes, the Steely stable, and end up at the first of 21 California missions, Mission San Diego de Acala.
Hi, I'm Liz. I'm a tour guide here in San Diego. This is Father Ubach. He was called the Last Padre of San Diego. He was the first pastor of the Catholic Church here, just across the street. He also ended up setting up an Indian school, which educated a lot of the miners. Then, of course, when he passed away, he was so well loved that 20,000 people attended his funeral.
Father Antonio Ubach was a passionate advocate for California's Native Americans and defender of Indian rights. He ran the St. Anthony's Indian School on this site from 1886 to 1891. Father Ubach created programs to help hundreds of Indian children adapt to the American society. He lobbied the government to protect Indians and their lands and was appointed by Ulysses S. Grant to lead the official missions in the state of California. Father Ubach was immortalized in Helen Hunt Jackson's 1884 novel, Ramona, as a fictional character she called Father Gaspara. The landmark book focused on national attention of the plight of the Native Americans in California. An accomplished scholar, poet, and even swordsman, he left Spain for America in 1885 to devote his life to religious duty over half a century. Considered to be the last of the Padres, he was beloved and respected by all for his tireless charitable works. His funeral in 1907 was attended by thousands of San Diego citizens, settlers, and Indians whose lives he touched. True to his character, his last words were, "Have charity."
Father Ubach's story resonates with me on a personal level. As I discovered some of my indigenous ancestors listed at St. Anthony's School in the 1900 census, I gaze at the faces in this photograph and inevitably ponder whether some of them are related to me. A letter penned over a century ago by my great-great-aunt who had attended St. Anthony's described Father Ubach as, quote, "Father Ubach, he surely was a saint, loved by everyone who knew him." Visiting Old Town San Diego is akin to taking a step back in time, with the scent of Mexican cuisine filling the air and the melodic sounds of Spanish guitar adding an extra spring to your step. Listed on the National Register of Historical Places, Old Town San Diego is the oldest settled area in San Diego. While visiting, it is easy. Acquiring souvenirs is a straightforward task, and it's highly unlikely that you will depart empty-handed or hungry. There are shops catering to diverse tastes, showcasing a diverse range of historical artifacts from bygone eras. Shall we visit the Steely stable? and explore the transportation modes prevalent to San Diego's early days.
Hi.
It's a free museum. Feel free to ask if you have any questions or anything, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Alfred Steely was born in Illinois in 1822 and married Emily Walker from Manchester, England, eventually moving to San Diego. From Old Town, Steely operated a 130-mile San Diego to Los Angeles stage line, using the remodeled Franklin Hotel as a depot. In 1868, Steely received a contract to run a weekly mail line between San Diego and Los Angeles. And in 1871, Steely and his partner, Charles Wright, began running the first daily stage and mail between San Diego and Los Angeles from their stage office next door at the Cosmopolitan Hotel. This current structure was built in 1974 and is home to a fine collection of 19th century overland transportation gear and vehicles, including a carreta, ox-drawn cart, mud wagon, Concord stage, and huge two-wagon freighter. Most of these rare artifacts were given to California State Parks by Roscoe Hazard, a former rancher and retired highway contractor. Thanks, Roscoe.
We were just about as wild as we were young, restless and free, madly in love, just you and me. A full tank of dreams, left that dirt road town in our rearview dust. Down the interstate, it was only us and the radio, with 3,000 miles to go. And just like that, we headed off to the coast. California ain't that far, where the hard times ain't that hard. Everything's better in the Golden West. It's a state of mind, a way of life. It's an endless summer paradise. San Francisco to Sunset Boulevard. California ain't that far.
Heritage Park is a county park located adjacent to Old Town San Diego State Historic Park, covering almost 8 acres. It was created to preserve examples of San Diego's historic Victorian architecture, including Italianate, Stick Eastlake, Queen Anne, and classic revival styles. The properties were relocated from their original locations with the aid of San Diego County and Save Our Heritage organization. It is also home to Temple Beth Israel, San Diego's first synagogue, constructed by the congregation Beth Israel. It also became temporary quarters for many religious sects before establishing churches of their own. The structure reflects the church styles of the late 1800s. The park is open to the public and provides a welcome addition to a day spent in Old Town. Mission Basilica San Diego de Alcala was the second mission founded by the Franciscans in the Californias. The original mission burned down in 1775 during an uprising by an estimated 800 Native Americans. Father Louis Jaime, California's first Christian martyr, who lost his life in the 1775 uprising against the mission, is buried beneath the original chancel floor. The mission was rebuilt in 1776. The Kumeyaay, then referred to as the Gueño, were the indigenous people ministered by the Padres at Mission San Diego de Alcala. Relatively, a significant amount is known about the native inhabitants in recent centuries, thanks in part to Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo's efforts, who explored the California coast in his service of Spain. He documented his travels to the coastal villages he encountered along the Southern California coast in 1542. Cabrillo was the first European to set foot in what is now the state of California and the first to encounter San Diego Bay. San Diego, Santo Tomas, dropped anchor in 1602 and the port was renamed San Diego de Alcala. It would be another 167 years before the Spanish returned to San Diego. The 1769 expedition led by Bonifacio Sierra and Gaspar de Portola aimed to found missions and presidios in San Diego and Monterey. Portola established a military post, and Sierra founded the first mission, which was named after Saint Didacus Diego of Alcala, a Spanish saint. After Mexico gained independence from Spain in 1821, the missions began to deteriorate. The mission was used by the military from 1846 to 1862, following the United States invasion of California. Abraham Lincoln's proclamation in 1862 restored the mission's ownership to the Roman Catholic Church. Father Ubach, mentioned earlier, played a crucial role in this process. Father Anthony Ubach initiated restoration efforts for the old mission buildings in the 1880s, but sadly passed away before completing that work. While walking the grounds, consider the individuals who came before us, contemplating the changes that have occurred over almost 250 years, acknowledging past errors, while celebrating heroes whose dedication made a difference in the life of others. Over the next few minutes, we will leave you to enjoy the peaceful grounds and have a look around at this mission here in San Diego. If you enjoyed this video, we hope you'll hit the thumbs up, give us a like, and perhaps contemplate joining us for future videos by subscribing. Thanks so much for being here. Until next time, happy trails.